The pain of unreturned love can cut deep. It can leave us feeling lost and alone. Our hearts ache with a longing for someone who doesn't feel the same. We question our worth, wondering why our love isn't enough. The silence from the one we love can be deafening, amplifying the feelings of rejection and despair. This kind of hurt is a heavy burden to carry. It weighs on our minds, making it hard to focus on anything else. We may even withdraw from others, isolating ourselves in our pain. The world feels bleak and hope seems distant. But even in the depths of this heartache, there is a love that never fades. A love that whispers hope into the silence. A love that sees us, hears us, and holds us close. It is the love of God. Unreturned love can make us feel invisible, like we are standing right in front of someone, yet they don't see us at all. Our words and emotions seem to fall on deaf ears, our presence unnoticed. This feeling of invisibility can be incredibly isolating, making the pain even harder to bear. We long to be seen, to be known and understood for who we truly are. We crave the affirmation that comes from having our feelings reciprocated. But when this longing goes unmet, it can shake our sense of self-worth. We might start to believe the lie that we are not worthy of love, that we're somehow flawed or lacking. But this is simply not true. Our value does not come from the opinions of others, but from the one who created us. Sometimes we misunderstand what love truly is. We may confuse it with fleeting feelings or equate it with receiving something in return. But true love is not conditional. It does not keep score or demand reciprocity. 1 Corinthians 13 paints a powerful picture of love. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. This love that Paul describes is not dependent on the actions or feelings of others. It is the pure love of Christ and an example of how Christians should love one another. It is a choice we make, a commitment we hold to, regardless of the circumstances. It is a love that reflects the very heart of God. Section 4. A love without condition. Jesus Christ is the ultimate example of selfless, unreturned love. He loved us knowing that many would reject him. He healed the sick, comforted the hurting, and offered forgiveness freely, even to those who scorned him. His love knew no bounds, extending even to the point of death on a cross. And why? But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5:8. Jesus' love was not contingent on our worthiness or our ability to love him back. It was and is a gift freely given, a testament to the depth of his compassion and grace. He loved us when we were unlovable, extending a hand of mercy and hope into the darkness of our sin. Section 5. God's unwavering embrace. Even when human love fails us, God's love remains constant. He sees the tears we cry, hears the silent prayers of our hearts, and holds us close in his loving embrace. He understands the pain of rejection, the ache of loneliness, and the longing for a love that seems out of reach. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. In those moments when we feel most alone, God is there. He whispers words of comfort, reminding us of his unwavering love. He tends to our wounds, offering healing and restoration to our broken hearts. He is our refuge, our strength, and our ever-present help in times of trouble. Section 6. Finding solace in his love. The love of God is a healing balm for the wounds of unrequited affection. It is a love that never fails, never fades, and never lets us go. In his presence we find acceptance, belonging, and a love that transcends human understanding. We are precious in his sight, valued beyond measure. He sees our potential, our beauty, and our worth, even when we struggle to see it ourselves. His love is a constant reminder that we are never alone, never forgotten, and always deeply loved. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonour others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. And in the quiet whispers of our hearts, we discover that his love is enough. Let us reflect on the pure, selfless love of God as stated in 1 Corinthians 13, King James Version. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail, whether there be tongues, they shall cease, whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part, but when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three. But the greatest of these is charity. Remember, God loves you enough for Jesus to die for you, and that love is enough. For more inspiration, like, share and subscribe.